as I left the toilet, this guy stopped me and was like, yo, man, is that the toilets? And I was kind of shocked. And I looked at him and I was like, are you Tommy in it? So, welcome back to another day of the Calamity mod. Today, we return to, once again, check out the Perforators. If you didn't see my last video, the Perforators are a pretty cool modded Crimson boss that turns out to be quite the challenge. A challenge which we did attempt in the last episode, but we were not successful at, although we did get pretty close. So, I'm back today. We're rocking a mage build once again. And I'm all refreshed, although bear with me a little bit. You may have noticed that I have been away for a couple of days, and that's because, drumroll please, although I will not be participating, that's because I pulled my shoulder, and my shoulder really hurts. And even right now, it still hurts quite a bit to play Terraria, but it's like good enough, and I think good enough is probably fine. I don't know how I pulled my shoulder. I have my theories. Theory number one, I slept on it weirdly. I wouldn't put it past me. And then the other one is we've been doing this new training with Atari for his walking where we kind of like hold a treat, like a bit of meat in our hand as we walk him. And it teaches your dog to like walk by your side and to know that that is a really positive experience because you've got this treat and then he does it really well. So you give him the treat and you do this for like 20 minutes, right? I think I might have kind of walked a bit like a zombie doing this, and I think I dropped my arm too low and my other shoulder too high to hold the lead. Like, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I pulled my shoulder, and that's why I haven't really been in the mood to do much gaming. But I am back, and I feel good. I feel good, mainly because I've actually been able to get some sleep and to catch up on it, because having a pulled shoulder makes it hard to sleep, which is why I think maybe I did it in my sleep. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's what my career path should have been. Not try a YouTuber, doctor, because then I could diagnose, self-diagnose, all right? Go into Google. Google says I'm dying. And then I could just do Terraria on the side. You know, that would have been pretty handy, right? But hey, while I was away, I went to London, and it was fantastic. So as we walk up to the Crimson and wait for a perforated sister to pop up, I got a little tale to tell. That's right, I've actually gone out and I've done something. People are like, where's the stories at? It's because I've not really been up to much. But now I have actually been up to something, and I'm going to tell you all about it today. We will wait for assist. So maybe I will stop for a little bit and wait for the sis. Because, look, the sis take forever to spawn in sometimes. So we could be here all day. And then 20 minutes goes by, I've told my tale, and oh no, look at that. YouTuber, look. Okay, this is great. So why isn't it taken? Is it taken all of our buffs? Yes, okay. Right, so let's get into this. Now, I am fully expecting, by the way, just keep this in mind, I apologize. I expect we'll probably fail this fight, predominantly because this is going to be a bit of a warm-up for me. So just keep that in mind, all right? Don't expect, you know, MLG Pro Gaming, all right? Don't expect the best strats. Expect me to have a bit of a warm-up with my dodgy shoulder. Okay. We'll see how well I can talk over this fight as well. Okay, here it is. The Perforators. Right, let me zoom on out. Okay, so we want to really, if I remember this right, we want to really make sure that we're utilizing... Okay, this has already gone really bad. Utilizing the space, because these things that drop down, the best way to avoid them, the red flaming Doritos, copyright, trademark pending, is to move side to side. Okay, we're not doing great, but we're getting there. So anyway, I went to London. Me and Court went to London for the night. And that's because friend of the channel, Jaden invited us to her live show in London called Scribble Showdown. Now, I'll start by saying this. Fantastic show. Truly fantastic show. And if there's a ticket in your area, if you've got the moolah, if you've got the time, I'll say this. Go to the show. It was so enjoyable. Like, I laughed. I cried. I was blown away. No, it was genuinely fantastic. So that's what I've been up to. But it was great because I actually got to meet Jaden for the first time. Obviously, we've met in our live streams and such, but meeting somebody in person, it's a better experience. And it was really nice. Jaden was kind enough to invite us backstage, so I got to see what that was like. I've never been to something that fancy before. They had a mini fridge for all the entertainers, which I was not of. Just remember that, I was a guest. But it was stocked with lots of stuff. And I raided it a little bit. Can you judge me? It was great. There was blocks of cheese in there, which I thought was a bit random. They're like, ah, yes, entertainer. You must need a drink and a block of cheese. And that's not even a joke. There really was giant blocks of cheese, like multiple of them. No butter, no bread, like nothing to make a sandwich out of. Just cheese. Okay, that was the warm-up fight. That was all right. Mana management is going to be a big thing. Ah, okay. We didn't have magic power, and magic power would be a really neat thing to have. So I'm glad about that. And for accessories, are we doing all right? Should we maybe implement the fungal clump once again? I'm so torn on fungal clump. It's weird. And I think it's because I always get so many conflicting comments about it. People are like, nah, it's great. And people are like, nah, it's bad. So anyway, midway through the show, I needed a break, all right? Not like a break from the show, but I needed to head to the bathroom. So I managed to kind of sneak my way out during like a pretty entertaining moment because I didn't want to be that person that gets up in the middle of a show. It's a little bit embarrassing, right? So I kind of like crept out like a ninja. It was fantastic. And I found this toilet and and it was funny because like somebody else headed there at the same time and they turned to me and was like, hi, are you Chippy? And I was like, I am. And they were like, oh, we made your merch. So the company that helped me with Terraria.shop, they were actually sat next to me and I had no idea. And I only knew once we were all in the toilet together. So that was pretty interesting. And then, as I left the toilet, this guy stopped me and was like, yo, man, is that the toilets? And I was kind of shocked. And I looked at him and I was like, are you Tommy Innit? Tommy Innit, the Minecraft YouTuber. And he looked at me and went, are you Chippy? And it was so wholesome. He was like, I used to watch you as a child. Which is, yeah, kind of cool. So got to meet Tommy and we spoke afterwards and man, what a nice guy. I also met Ranboo. I said that like such a boomer. Is it Ranbo or Ranboo? Anyway, he's also really nice. We had a great chat. What a great pair of people. So yeah, overall experience, fantastic. Really, really cool. I have spoken to Tommy in it before, but yeah, once again, meeting somebody in person, yeah, a whole different experience. What a great guy. And so much taller than me. I'm 6 foot. I felt very small stood next to Ranbo and Tommy. Giant people. He's got no right being that big. Okay, awesome. We have another perforate assist, so we're going to go for it. What I'm hoping is, and this does so little damage, the fungal clump. I'm hoping that the fungal clump will deal with some extras while I deal with this boss fight. I'm hoping that's the plan. But yeah, overall trip to London, big success. It was very short. We essentially got to London, got in a taxi to the O2, which was 40 minutes, and then watched the show, went back home at like 1 in the morning. Went back to the hotel at like 1 in the morning, went to bed, got back on the train. So that was it. Right, this fight is like weirdly very loud for me now. I'm just going to quickly just take my headphones off. There we go. All right. Well, I didn't take them off fully. I just, I took off one, which I'm sure all gamers can relate to. Just taking off one side of the headset because you're like, is somebody gonna contact me? Am I gonna need to have my thing removed? Right, there we go. Okay, we got our first bout of adrenaline. Wow, okay, that's actually really interesting. So you can actually deal a great deal of damage to the brain while the worm is alive? That actually shocks me. So I guess the idea is that you want to take the worm out though, because otherwise if you kill this part too fast, you're going to get to a point where there is multiple worms in the area, right? Is that what that's about? Right, we've got some adrenaline here. Okay, make sure to use that. I'm finding that flying up high in the sky is actually working out really well. Let me sure I buff up just in case I've lost my magic power. Okay, keep going. I will be real with you. So, like, you just saw I just missed a flaming Dorito then. Trademark pending. That was entirely, like, a guess. Oh, there you go. Yeah, oh, there. It's all right. Okay, this is the beef, isn't it? Is if you get to this stage and you haven't really done anything about the other worm, which is kind of almost dead, to be fair. So when we did this the first time, this is where we actually got adrenaline, and our adrenaline actually saved the day with this fight. So we just gotta be careful. And I don't know if I really should be focusing that other worm or not. Because at the end of the day, if we don't kill it, it's gonna get worse. Alright, so there's our rage once again. Okay, keep going. Right. Let's keep going this way. Oh! Oh yeah, I forgot. It breaks down into big chunks. Which is actually really cool. Alright. Keep flying up. Buff up just in case. I think that's our magic power. We got once again. I do like the fact it's a chunky boy because, I mean, it's satisfying to break a chunk up, isn't it? Okay. I will admit, the next few moments, and by moments I do mean full literal minutes, are probably going to be rambling. Because I'm trying to, like, fumble my way through chatting, and also fumbling through the fact that, oh my, this worm is way too big. What is that about? Ah, yes, I must have left that malice mode on. I'm joking. I clearly didn't. God, that's hard, isn't it? I need a better weapon. I think my weapon is what's messing me up a little bit. I'm going to have a little look on the wiki real quick and see if there's a different mage weapon. All right, so had a little look on the wiki, and one that we can make, because we've killed the Brain of Cthulhu and such, is kind of like a flaming version of this. So I think to get it, we need to make... Let me head here first. Let me make up some bars. I think what we need to do is just grab a bunch of hellstone. So you grab... One sec. Let me make the pickaxe. Deathbringer. I would never have remembered that name off the top of my head, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, we need that. So I think we need Fire Blossom, Obsidian, and I think buckets of lava, maybe? So we are now in mid-April, which is pretty exciting, because that means that we're probably very close to all systems getting the Terraria 1.4.3 update. Sorry, I had to think about that then. Yeah, we're pretty close to that. So that's, yeah, that's pretty cool. So if you're like, oh, I play on console or I play on mobile, you're going to have Deerclops very soon, which is, yeah, pretty cool. So I'm thinking for this, we just go underneath and break these turrets. Also, it's great that we just found this. Like, that's awesome. A goblin army, really? So I've had about 4 goblin armies so far. I've not included 2 of them in the episodes because I'm just like, you know, what's the point? But what is up with this world? Calamity's like, you like goblins, right? You must do. You're a little goblin yourself to be playing this. Let's break these and we'll go in. I'm glad we found this. This is the kind of thing where you could have just gone ages and not found it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, destroy. There we go. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Gavna. Right, what's in here then? More of the same, to be honest. I appreciate the moolah. Are these chests as well? No. Okay. So, we're coming up on hell. Now, my goal is, I mean, hopefully, because I don't want to make obsidian skin potions, because I want to try and save whatever fire blossom that we find, my goal is that hopefully there are some obsidian houses that we can land on, and then just kind of pick the hellstone off from the sides. So I'm thinking like this. Like, oh, God. Ah, oh no. Okay, right. Inside. Here we go. Okay, this actually turned out really well. Now, you can see a guide voodoo doll there, but I'm not too concerned about that for now. Okay, right. Recover some health, James. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking like this. Like, we just vein miner it and grab a whole bunch like that. Which we can't grab because we don't have the room. We only picked up 7 bits from that. It might have been best to grab an obsidian skin. I don't think it matters. One thing we have to be careful of is the fungal clump. Because there's a very real possibility that once we step outside, the fungal clump is going to try and take on that guide voodoo doll, which we don't want. Okay, grab that. Thank you. Appreciate... Oh, no, we didn't even pick it up. There we go. It's so hard not to fall in the lava. Now, is that a fully grown bit of fire blossom? It is. Okay, awesome. So I think it might be only 2 of those we need. It's not very many. So do these count as fire blossom? Or are they too young? I think they're too young. They're only teeny tiny fire blossoms, yeah. That's where I always go wrong with fire blossom. I can never tell which ones are, like, actually ripe. Okay, thank you very much for that. So we're making good progress. We just need some more fire blossom now. And I think we've probably got enough hellstone. Hellstone, like, making stuff with it is actually fairly cheap, to be honest, isn't it? Okay, and I think that, oh, maybe, if I'm right, is fully grown enough. No, it isn't. Okay, wrong again. Don't worry about it. Oh, we got snapped from existence from a demon scythe. Okay, okay. So I've already been back to grab another fire blossom, but I forgot to grab one of these bad boys. Here we go, Elforge. The Goblin army has also been defeated. I have a new banner to add to the mix. With these banners, it actually is very convenient. I'm so stubborn in Terraria, like, I feel like I never put up banners, but when I do, I'm like, yeah, these are good. Okay, so let's make the bars that we need. So we're going to need a couple of hellstone. Now, we're going to want to leave some obsidian. I don't know how many, so I'm going to guess. And it's called the Flare Bolt. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. 45? 7? Yeah, okay, right. This is good. Let's see it in motion. Yeah, that's great. Does it home in? Creates a slow-moving ball of flame. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, so let's grab some more buffs. We want to make sure we get that magic power. We'll grab endurance and heart reach. Okay, I feel like we've actually got a banging setup now. Actually, do you know what? For a little bit more moolah, I think this is going to be worth the upgrade. Let's grab shiny boys. Night owl. Yeah, so if you're watching this on a mobile phone and it's bright outside because you're sat at the park enjoying a Tesco sandwich, now you're going to be able to see even better. It's going to be brighter. Hey, look at that. That's so good. Arrive here and assist is waiting for me. They know the rematch is coming. They've seen my increased power. So long as I am accurate, which I'll be honest is not exactly even a strong point for me. So long as I'm accurate, we're going to have such a better time. Because the damage difference is, I mean, it's shocking, isn't it? Sometimes I do this in Calamity, where I have this really rough time with something, and it often comes down to the fact that I just haven't spec'd right. It's why I'm glad that the Wikipedias exist, because now, this wasn't a thing back in the day, but a lot of the Wikipedia stuff now is like, here's a full guide on how to be awesome in a mod. It's like, if you use this, this, and this, you'll be all good. And I appreciate that. So once again, I've not been focusing on the worm, but I feel like with my extra damage, I may as well just kind of do big damage. And at the end of the day, who am I trying to kill here? Some worms or a brain? Not my brain. What even is the perforator? Like, is it a brain? It kind of looks like a glob with a face. Which is kind of like a brain, in a way. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'm using rope. Not the best weapon in the world, but, you know, an underrated one in Terraria, I'm sure. Knowing how Terraria operates, like how every now and again, something random just kind of becomes a weapon, I could see rope one day being a weapon, you know? Okay. Oh, God. See, this is it. This is another thing I fall into where I gain too much power and then I become lazy with my movement. Okay, we're doing really bad. If I destroy the brain, though, does that end the fight? No. What? What? Calamity! Come on, man! Oh, I don't like that. That shouldn't be a thing. Oh, that's terrible. So you have to destroy the worms to destroy the glob. All right, let me heal up because clearly my health isn't great. Oh, that's so disappointing. We were doing so well. Well, don't worry about it. We'll do well again. Now, does the big boy worm break into chunks or not? Sure, we're going to find that out. It's going to be a bit more cleverer. The good thing is this flame actually bounces a little bit, so we're going to do like residual damage to the big worm. All right, what's the health bar looking like on that? God, it's got so much health. Need my mana to regen faster. Oh, there you go. I think my buff had run out. Okay. Keep dealing damage. I can see the health bar at the front is looking low, but is that the whole worm? Yeah, it is. All right, there we go. All right, perforators, it's time to end this saga and make the biome blade, which I'm really excited to see. Okay, come on. Here we go. Last little bit, less than 300 health. Don't mind if I do. Go on, Fungal Clump, end it for me. There we go. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Let's check out the lore. The Perforators and their hive. An abomination of bone, flesh, and organ. Infested primarily of blood-slurping worms. Look, I don't need to read that word out to you. You lot know what it means. I know what it means. You lot know what it means. It would be condescending to even read that out when we all know exactly how to pronounce that word. Am I right? Okay. Crimtane bars. Crimson seeds. Sausage maker. Okay. A little bit disappointing it doesn't fire actual sausage. Instead, it seems to fire little orbs. For real, though, that looks like a really cool weapon. Annoying Eviscerator. Violent Bloody Worm Tooth. Equipable. Increases damage and okay. Okay, interesting. Tooth Balls. Cool. And Ruthless Bloodbath. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is what you tested on, the pig. Actually, you know what? We don't do that to pigs anymore because we found out that they're worth 10 gold. Amazing. And we also got some blood samples as well. So we'll be checking those out in the next episode. But that's it for now. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Get subscribed if you really loved it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.